It's a subpoena.
Hang on. Can they hear us though?
That's the best part of the show.
Yeah, well, it'd be they'll have just to make it up, won't they?
Read your lips.
They'll have to role play it.
That's right. It's a whole new game. You just fill in the blanks.
Okay, we're ready now. I've got rid of the echo, and for some unknown reason, my mic wasn't in phobia. I hope Danger Mouse will let me know whether or not we can be heard.
Oh, DM. I'll do it again.
It's a good start. I always like a nice technical error to start the game off, but hopefully
I did my whole Sunday night stream with no voice on mine.
Nice.
Everybody else was talking apart from me. Yeah. And then I realized halfway through, but oh.
I watched Ryan is Iffy, who's a ESO streamer, but he was playing. Is it called COD? Was it Call of Duty?
Yeah.
Was there an upgrade for it or something? And he was doing like a 24-hour stream.
It'd be Black Ops 6 he's doing.
Well, and it's so funny because I came in and I thought, but you know when people are concentrating on the game and it's lots of shooting, and then somebody said that his mic was off. And it had been off for 2 hours. Nobody
said it.
Well,
best community ever.
But I think it was because he was really focused, and sometimes you forget to talk, don't you? When you're
yeah, it depends on what type of streamer he is. Maybe he doesn't talk a lot anyway.
No, he does normally.
Oh, right.
Maybe he has a silly voice.
It could be like me, just falling asleep.
Please don't do that today. Don't tempt it, please. Okay then. So the team, I'm not calling you a party anymore, I'm calling you the team. The team is actually in a coffee warehouse at the moment, and they have gone there because they think they have found the cause of the virus, the poisoning that is affecting all the police officers in Metro City. And they finished off at the last part of the adventure. They met the two owners of the coffee, and what happened was that one of them had his head sort of like blown off. And that's where we left it, but we'll start off by allowing the players an opportunity to say who they are and who they will be playing and the sort of powers they have. And we start off, as usual, with the new webcam man himself, Mr. Pickles.
That's me. I'm always prepared for you to pick somebody else, just to trick me there. I am Mr. Pickles, and I play Rabbit. She has super speed, super reactions. She can regenerate from injuries, and she's also just really, really lucky, which is something you kind of need when you're running super fast throughout the city. She was built by a scientist in the countryside, and then she went to the city and has some knowledge of the underworld, but otherwise she just goes fast, kicks a bunch of butt, swings a quarterstaff, and tries to do the right thing while not being very good at talking with people or thinking things through. She's kind of the crowd control, and after last session, I would say she is our non-lethal option. If we ever need to take somebody out but not destroy them, she's our person. And with that,
need that.
I'm going to throw the mic over to Medivac.
Well, thank you, sir. Hi, everybody. I'm Medivac, and I play Sophia Sampson. By day, she is a lawyer. She's our team's go-to face person as such. She does a lot of talking, tends to look after Rabbit with her oversized fridge. And by night, she is Misty, the mistress of water and moisture. That sounded dirty than what I meant.
I thought you were going to say the mistress of moisture.
The moistness. Yeah, so she has the ability to control moisture. She can draw it from the air and make it into a jet that will shoot out. She can make creations out of it. She can also summon an elemental of water, which obeys her commands. She also has the ability to create water-based shields around her. Hint, which may happen in the next 10 minutes. Yeah, she has a lovely house out of town where everybody tends to stay. She has an office in town, and she has a car that she drives around in that she can fly to if she wants to. And with that, I shall pass on to Chugawugga.
Hi guys, I'm Chugawugga, and the hero that I'm playing has taken the Earth name Astro. They're not originally from this world, but one from over 100,000 light years away. They resemble an alien, basically, a genderless humanoid with bluish skin, large forehead, and almond-shaped eyes. They communicate telepathically, but they can also control minds and act as a hub, allowing telepathic communication between numerous minds at once. They possess the power of precognition, which grants them glimpses into the future, and also something called psychometry, which allows them to gain information or insights about an object or person by touching or holding it. And the longer that they touch it, the further back in time they can go. They can also create portals, which they use to travel from one place to another, although they do have to have knowledge of the place that they're opening the portal to. They do have a couple of limits, which are sort of like negatives for their superpowers. The first is their distinctive appearance. And the second one comes into play when they use precognition. That one's called cosmic backlash. And it's basically the universe punishing Astro for messing about with fate. And I shall pass on to Captain Kangaroo.
Hi everyone, Captain Kangaroo here. I'm playing Banner. He's the muscle of the group. He's here to deal out some righteous fury. And also, if you just happen to be doing some petty crime, he might send you to the hospital with plenty of medical bills that will destroy the rest of your life financially. He's also has a nice massive shield that he uses to deflect bullets and to deal even more damage to someone's face for doing, again, some mild, possibly petty crime.
Or
From here, I'm
no
gonna pass the
crime
microphone.
at all.
Or honestly, the only crime he's like kind of cool with, because it's just the dream of liberty is white collar crime. But that doesn't affect anybody, right? And then from there, I'll pass the microphone to our good pal N Wills.
Thank you very much. So, just for a quick recap. Oh,
I was going to say,
Your
he killed.
shoulders keep disappearing from me, Inwills. It's really off-putting.
yeah. It's my it's because I got white
You can do
bits
smaller.
yeah, I've lost a bit of
Look like
weight.
you got
there.
an
There you
anemic
go.
for every once in a while.
I'm actually in a straight jacket. That's so yeah, so don't look at me. Look at the game screen, because that's where all the action is going to be taking place, I assure you. So the team have been brought in because a strange unknown virus has hit the police station in Metro City. The majority of the cops have been knocked out with high temperature and their extremities becoming numb and useless. There's a backup base has been set up outside in 2 large pavilion style tents. And Shirley, I forgot her name.
Is it Shirley?
Are we talking about the
Valentine.
police chief?
Shirley.
Yes.
Shirley Singer or Valentine, whichever you want.
Springer, Shirley Springer.
Shirley Springer, the chief of police, addressed the population of Metro City to say that everything is fine. we've got reduced police force everywhere. Please stay alert, but stay sensible and don't commit any crimes. Unfortunately, that wasn't taken to that word, and crime has burst forth across Metro City. The team is part of a call-out team by their officer, Ollie Olson, who is their dispatcher, who sends them out to certain jobs when they can't get the police there quick enough, or it might need a little gentle hand, a gentle but firm hand, rather than cops being involved. Party went to what was fondly known as a fashion parade, where the perps were robbing expensive stores, and they dealt with that very nicely. And then they went off to a bank robbery that was in progress. And well, they managed to stop the perps in the end with some quick thinking from Rabbit as she dived round, hitting things with her fists because she couldn't get a staff out in time. And as the two perps in the getaway truck tried to escape, Misty created water in the cab, filled it up, causing them to spill out onto the pavement. And then, despite a few shots, random shots fired everywhere, everybody was safe and sound. The Shirley Springer then found out that the coffee had tampered with in a place called Coffee in a Cup that was owned by two people called Top and Max. While they were investigating Coffee in the Cup factory, they actually came across this person who fired some shots. And on the TV footage, they saw this person. Okay, and that's where we left it. But we're going to shoot back in time because last week Banner wasn't with his team, and the team was sort of like thinking, where is he, after it had a really interesting fight out into the slums. And Banner, you actually got called to your pizza delivery place because there was a package waiting for you. When you actually got there, it
Was it
was
pizza?
no. Well,
Oh, okay.
it was the guy who you work for in the delivery place tells you that it was brought by two men in rather expensive suits. The box looks very expensive. It seems to have a leather covering, and it has that symbol on that I shared in the Discord. And over the top, it says justice, and underneath the symbol, it says for all. It says justice for all. And the logo is a fancy array of lines that are all inlaid with red, white, and blue, the exact colors of your outfit. Yeah, what would you like to do?
I'm probably gonna exit the building and see if I can if I get kind of, I'm probably gonna go to like alleyway or something and see if I can open up the box.
Yeah, so it has quite a nice catch on it. You press it down and it releases, and it's one of those boxes that then opens up. And there's the inside is all foam, and in the middle, and it looks like the foam has been purposely cut exactly for this device, is a rather expensive looking sat phone. Doesn't look like your normal phone at all. It's compact. It looks very high tech. Looks you think you can probably phone the other side of the world with it. It looks super high tech.
So best not touch it. I'm just gonna close the box with me and keep it with me, and then probably see if I can head back because I thought I was supposed to be doing a shift right now. Turns out the boss called me for something else, so now I have to figure out what the other people are doing in my team. I think I'm just gonna
Okay, so
probably sort them out.
you can probably head back to Misty's place,
Yeah.
and because that's sort of like your area where you meet them, and when you get there, the area is empty. They seem to be out on a call somewhere. You're not sure where they've gone or anything like that. But it's while you're watching the news, you naturally turn on the vid screen and you notice that Network 7 is interviewing Rabbit outside a bank robbery place. And there's been a bank robbery, and Rabbit is there talking away. Not doing the best of jobs, Banner. She's talking really quickly and not very articulate. She's not very articulate at all. In the background, you can see Astro and Misty stood by a group of what appears to be civilians, all sat on the floor, clutching their knees with backpacks on, round the other way, and they all look very worried. And Network 7 is giving a running commentary about this, what's going on, etc.
Ooh,
Just to
those look
interrupt.
familiar. Is that Rabbit? Maybe I should get to there. Misty might be it. No, Misty's on screen. What should I do? The bank. I should go to the bank.
To where?
And then make a decision.
The bank.
The bank that was robbed.
Oh, right, the bank. Did you want to say Rabbit? Did you want to say something, Si?
I wanted to ask if this is the interview where I did a backflip at the end.
It is.
For no reason.
Yeah. And so all of a sudden, just as you're keeping an eye on the interview sort of like stops, and for some unknown reason, Rabbit does a perfectly executed, I think it critical success, and flips back with half a twist in the air, and so it lands in a superhero pose. And as she lands, you notice there's an incoming call from your telephone that's in the box.
I'm gonna park, kind of just look at it, and slowly pick it up.
Just to let you know, there is a caller ID on it, and the ID is just saying Brask, BRASK, Brask.
I'll press accept. Hello?
Banner, we're so pleased that we can
Yes, this is
eventually
Banner.
talk. My name's Brian Brask. I am chief operator for Eternal Enterprises. And before we go any further, can I just say that we are well impressed with your actions, very much. You are what Metro needs. We saw the
Thank you,
social
citizen.
media. We saw the social
I
media.
do it for the country.
Yes.
And the city.
Yes. Metro needs more people like you. That's what they need.
If only.
Justice for all. Stamp out crime quickly, and if needed, brutally.
You humble me.
Yes, and can I say, Mr. Banner, we are also against any of this commie rubbish that you often mention. We are with you with this.
I knew I snuffed out a Patriot when he called.
Yeah, yeah. Mr. Banner, I have a proposition for you. I know we are probably only a small company that you will probably just dismiss, but we 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 would really like it if you would, you know, allow us to come on your side of things. We feel that we can help you actually meet your virtues and your philosophy that you are working towards. We we have similar interests and similar values, um, Mr. Banner, and we would really like to, well, shall we say, uh, let's say it this way, Mr. Banner. We don't think a hero of your status and power and abilities should be driving around in a Honda Civic. We feel you should be better than that.
You mean the Freedom-mobile? Oh, no,
Well,
that's just to get me around. Nothing
we
too crazy on it.
we would like to, if you would allow us to work with you, Mr. Banner, we would
Ooh.
like to upgrade your Honda Civic, maybe to a van or a saloon
Like a Honda
car.
Odyssey?
Odyssey,
kicks
yeah.
Oh, what? Sorry,
Chuffing Odyssey.
I don't know. He
I
just
could fit
laughed.
so many pizzas in Honda Odyssey. It'd be very helpful
Mr. Banner,
for stopping crime.
we don't feel you should be working for a pizza delivery company. We are willing to finance you,
Ooh.
get you a new car, your own house, maybe whatever size you wished, maybe your own vehicle, your own personal assistant, so they can deal with those mundane happenings throughout the day. And well, if you needed it, Mr. Banner, even your own helicopter.
Ooh, helicopter. That'd be a good way to look out throughout the city and stop crime before it happens.
We are on the same page, Mr. Banner. This is what we need to take decisive action, do you not think?
Of course, that is the number one way to prevent the communist regime from
Yes.
taking over.
And these people need to be acted on quickly and decisively. And that is why we are so impressed with you, Mr. Banner. You are that person that we think can take Metro to a new level, a new height.
Like how high? Like a skyscraper at night?
We have
Oh, it's
several
pretty high.
skyscrapers, Mr. Banner.
Oh, okay.
If you would like one instead of a house, then you are welcome. We would buy you one.
Ooh. You sound like you have a good head on you, citizen. I like your spunk. Tell me more.
It means something different in
I
America.
know. Right. I'm a bit flustered now.
I think that Banner didn't mean it in the American way.
Mr. Banner,
Yes, I'm still
we,
here.
we would be
Kinda.
honored if we could be on your team. If we could be that the silent group behind you, supporting you, bringing you through, making people aware that you are the leader of the four. You are the most important in that team. Let's face it, compared to the others, you are simply the best, Mr. Banner.
I like it. I like it a lot. Well, reach out to my team. I will talk to my team about you. And your name was Brass, Trask, Mask. What was it?
But Mr.
Brask.
Brask, Mr. Brask,
Brass. Yeah. Of
but
course,
you may
yes.
you may call me Brian if you wish.
Brian.
Mr. Banner,
That's kind of small. Okay. Yes.
Hawaiian.
Mr. Banner, sorry to tell you this, and I hope it won't be an issue with us working together, but we feel that you are the only member of the team that aligns with our personal philosophy.
Mm.
We've seen you in action. You are bold. You are brave. You are decisive. You are the banner that we want flying above our company house. We want you to be the statue in our foyer. We want to be on the side of the banner.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Well, I'll get back to you. This is good.
Oh, yes. Mr. Banner, before you go, please do take your time to make the decision at
Mm.
as an offer of our eagerness to be on your team, Mr. Banner. Please accept this satellite phone in here, and believe me, your allotment rating will rocket with us supporting you. I do
Of
look
course.
forward to hearing you, Mr. Banner. Please feel free to dial from this phone any day or night. Just to let you know, will only work with you. We have
Well, make
made
sure you
sure of
understand
that.
something. That my power is only based off the foundation and the freedom that you fight for, or something of that nature.
We are together,
Yeah.
Mr. Banner, and we would love you to be. We would love to support you, and maybe even one day you would consider us part of your dynamic and powerful movement to stamp out crime. And you can hear in the background, it sounds as if he's thumping his table to stamp out crime. The only way that you can with swift, decisive action. Mr.
And
Banner.
the hammer.
I like the job. All right.
Mr. Banner.
I'll get back to
please,
you. Trask,
thank you.
Mask, Task.
Call me anything
Brass.
that you want, Mr. Banner.
Oh, that's right. Your
anything
name
that you
was
wish.
Ryan, right?
We are whatever
Lion?
you wish. We are so much. You are the man because you are the banner. Call me
That's right.
any day or night, anytime, Mr. Banner, and we will
That's
be
good.
here
Okay.
awaiting your call.
Okay. Pressing the end button. Hopefully he doesn't break it.
Yeah, you press the button. Phone goes silent. It only seems to have one number in it at the moment.
Do I happen to remember Misty's number? Phone number?
Oh, I would. You normally communicate by phone. Knowing Banner, I've seen his intelligence. It's probably speed dial.
Yeah.
In his phone, so you can either use your own phone to
Oh, okay.
contact Misty, or you can look on your phone and input the number into your new sat phone.
I'm gonna try calling Misty from my own phone.
Okay, and we're going to say that at that point, Misty, you are in lawyer form, and you're over in coffee in a cup. You've done your bit. Everything's gone to plan. You were just approached by the two owners of
Mhm.
coffee in the shop, and rather surprisingly, as you approach them in your lovely new suit and high heels and briefcase, they come up to you, and if you remember, they were quite shocked. They
They were.
had received an alarm that the area had lost power. Also, remember that you found several dead bodies in the coffee in the cup, and you saw that strange person on the security camera holding up the syringe. And then, just as you got there, you chose, not in real life, but you chose the one on the right. And all of a sudden, there was a as his head neatly exploded, covering you and Top, who the other guy, Max, is now dead, and blood showered everywhere, and Max fell to the floor, headless.
That's
And
right. Yeah.
that's where, and just as that happens, you hear as your phone goes off.
Well, I want to grab Top, even though he's got a stupid name, and pull him inside into the warehouse. I want to use that thing where I grab his lapel, put my left foot down, and swing him, use his momentum to bring him round into the warehouse.
Where would you like to? This sort of like side?
That you've got it, yeah, because naturally he'll swing around that way, won't he?
Okay, then. So you swing. Remember, these are cargo doors, so they roll upwards. It's a bit like a garage or garage thing, and they were always up right from the beginning. Just to let you know, please, they used to be called Dale and Stan Smith, respectively, but they actually changed their names. You remember this for your research. They changed their name to Top and Max Coffee Cup. So their surnames are actually Coffee Cup. So one
Is
of
it
them,
hyphenated?
no, it's all one word, but cup is in capitals, and so it's sort of like got that weird big C in the middle of the word. Okay, so as Misty, you drag him over there. Just give me a quick brawn roll, please. It's going to be very easy because he's quite worried about. Which one do you want? I've got two coming up on my screen.
Yeah, I did too.
You're muted though, so we can't hear you.
I'm muted. No matter how loud I say it, you still won't hear me, will you?
Sorry, I thought you'd gone to sleep. I thought,
No,
English
you
time
had
is small country. You might have been able to let up.
not time yet. I've got another hour yet. So yeah, take the 49 because my finger twitched.
Okay,
it's a new mouse. It's very sensitive.
Got you. So that's a very easy pull, and you pull him over to one side. He looks quite shocked, and as you sort of like move him over, he's sort of like looking at his brother minus a head. Your phone is still going.
Yeah, I'll activate my comms. I'll activate my comms so I can hear the phone
Okay,
from
then.
there.
So before, just as you activate your comms, I'm going to dash down to the bottom of the coffee cup, where we have Astro and Rabbit.
All the dregs at the bottom. Of the coffee
Yes, and could you both roll for me, please, a perception check?
I believe I was pretty focused on making sure Astro's safe and doing whatever he was doing.
Yeah. So it was probably the gunshot didn't make a noise at all, but Max, the one that's or Top, the one I can't remember which one I've killed. But
Top is the living one.
Top, yeah. Top probably lets out a cry or something as Misty grabs him and brings him around. And Astro, you can also hear with your formidable success, which is what you needed. You can also hear the Misty's phone's going off as well. Is there anything, Astro, that you would like to do before we take the communication?
Astro's still on this side, this terminal. Is it purely CCTV? Is it purely security on this?
On this one, it is. And it's, well, there's also seems to be like a clipboard that has codes of shipments going in and out, if that makes sense. It looks
Okay.
like that's still on paper. There was, I can't remember whether or not you went into the offices up on the top.
Astro didn't, but Misty and I
Yeah,
think Rabbit went up there at some point.
So there'll probably be more company stuff up there. This seems to be purely the
This
security.
is the but the manifest has deliveries going out, etc.
You could
Shipment
stop
coming
and
in.
have a look at it.
Yeah,
if you wish.
he's quickly going to start scanning through that.
Okay, then.
He wants to look for the ones that would be going to the police precinct.
Yeah, okay, then.
And
So
see whether or not it has the driver's details, the vehicle that was used, stuff like that.
So you hear this commotion outside, and sort of like keep on looking at clipboards, etc. And at that point, we can zip back to you, Misty, because and you can move on to your com chat.
Banner,
Hello. Hello.
just in a little bit of middle of something at the moment, Banner.
Hey, Misty, it's me, Banner. From work. I'm the one with the very manly trapezoids.
Hi, Banner. Yes, just in the
The
middle of something.
pectorials are very, very strong, very well defined. Those ones.
Yep.
Hi, Misty. Where you at? Where you guys at? I thought I had a work call. It turned out it wasn't Sanjay, but my 17-year-old assistant manager.
We're in a place called Coffee in the Cup.
Coffee in the cup.
And I'll give them the address.
Is it a little too late for coffee? Misty,
Never too late for coffee. Got to go, Banner.
All right. Have a good day, Misty. I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a bit. A guy just had his head blown off.
Good luck stopping crime.
Watch out for snipers.
Okay.
Yeah, so Banner, what would you like to do once you've had your call and chat with me?
I'll see if I can use. I don't know if my phone would have a navigation thing on it, or would I have to roll my navigation in order to try to find them? I'll probably have to leap my way there, and I'll probably have to park my car.
Yeah, so you can put it into your phone, your normal pull phone that is probably one of those that has Snake on it, like the Nokia phone. You can try to find it, use the very primitive GPS on there, but you also notice that your sat phone has GPS as well.
Yeah, it's on the Lancaster Flow warehouse on the poor side.
I'll try to use slowly and carefully use my this new phone I received. I'm very confused on.
Yeah. So when you sort of like start looking at it, it looks like it's actually voice activated. It can actually Siri and things like that. So you can actually say, "Show me where coffee in the cup is," and what you see is that on the screen comes to life as a overhead map of the whole of Metro City. It just goes down, and it sort of goes beep, 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 beep. where the location.
I'll try to use that little beep, little blip to try to navigate my way that way.
Yeah. So
I'll jump.
yeah, so you do notice as you start to make your way, it seems to be tracking the phone itself and bringing the phone. It wasn't doing it before. It looks like it's some kind of, like directions, things that we get on phones nowadays. So you can actually start jumping it, and it actually shows you the two icons getting closer and closer together. Right, and we'll jump to you, Misty.
Yeah, I'm going to put an open comms up for everybody. So I'm not sure if Astro will get this, but I'm going to get Rabbit anyway. And I'm going to say, it's Misty with a slight chance of snipers. No, okay, that was funny in my head.
You're going to say what, sorry? It's
Misty with a slight chance of snipers.
okay.
Oh, like a
Yeah.
weather report. Okay.
No, Rabbit, we've got a sniper out here. We've lost one of the brothers.
How do we deal with sniper? Yeah, you know what? I'll just go out and find him. I'll bring him back really quick, and then we'll figure out things from there.
Thank you. Is at the front, up high.
I would like to try and use my parkour boost, perhaps to rush outside and try and get an.
Just to let you know, you will all have got all your PowerPoints back because it's been several hours, and so I was incorrect with that rule. But I think you get 2 back every hour, so that's 1 back every 30 minutes. So it's quite a nice little boost up. Sorry, Rabbit, what would you like to do?
I'd like to go out and just keep moving as quick as I can with the idea of hopefully they can't train a shot on me very easily. I just want to try and see if I can get eyes from a rooftop, because the parkour boost lets me climb and go down walls easier or quicker, I think. Let me find it.
Okay, so let's is there any particular roof you would like to go up onto?
Probably, I mean, one that's nearby, but ideally the easiest looking one. Like if there is a fire escape nearby that I can get up to, that might make it easier to climb.
So all of these are warehouse type buildings. It's almost like the where all the production happens in Metro City down by the Lancaster Flow. So there's probably there seems to be a bit of a open land mass between this building and the other building, which is about it's almost like 1,000 meters away. It's way off into the distance. You actually notice that the area in between, it looks like something's being demolished very recently. You're not too sure why, but there seems to be, normally these buildings are quite close together, but there seems to be a huge empty space and way off in the distance. And like it's approximately about 1,000 meters away is the next building in front from this.
That's a good shot. Did I notice where the shot was coming from?
Well, it came into the back of his head.
No, but did I see any flashes or anything, or
no?
No. Okay.
Like if it came in the back of his head, I guess I'd try and run. Well, no, that seems like a bad idea. I probably started running out there, and then I'll run back to Astro and say, I don't think you have your comms on, or if you even have comms, I don't remember what you did with that or anything, but it looks like there was a person who got his head blown off. I think it was one of the twins who got their names changed. We got to figure out something. There's a sniper on the roof. Maybe Banner can help solve that. I don't know actually if I should be the one handling snipers. I'm going to go talk to Misty about that, and then I'll sprint off to Misty.
Okay. So Misty is in her lawyer suit at this point. She's not actually dressed as Misty.
Well, I'll sprint up to her and look at her, and say, I don't think that I should be the one handling the sniper. Do you have any idea where the sniper might be? Do you know if Banner's going to be here soon? Who should be handling snipers? Is it you? You can hit people from a distance, but that's a pretty big distance.
It's a very big distance. Banner's on his way.
Okay,
So that's one good thing. But you can see Max over there has no
that's
head.
Top.
No,
Oh,
Top's,
sorry,
Top's
yeah.
here. The one with the
Top
stupid
still
head.
has his
Yeah.
on.
He says, I'm Top.
Sorry,
See-
Top. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Misty, sorry to interrupt you, but maybe we should be talking to Astro. He's the one who can reach into people's brains and touch them in weird ways. Maybe he's the person who can be dealing with things further than you can with your lawyering.
Swinging your
Okay.
briefcase.
Yeah. Okay, Top, stay here.
Top holds
And
his
then-
hand out to Rabbit and says, "Hi, I'm Top."
I'm gonna head back, but I'm gonna go down like this way, so I'm away from the entranceway.
Yeah.
Down to the bottom here, and then I'll cut across to
And then,
Astra.
are you going to take your glasses off and turn round,
Spin round
and turn into
really,
Misty?
really quickly.
Top's still got his hand out towards you, Rabbit, saying, "Hi, I'm Top."
I'll quickly accept it and pull it in for a hug.
He
And I'll
goes
say
quite-
in his ear, it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. We're going to figure things out.
and gently pat his back really quickly, like you like winding a baby or something. He's sort of
Yes,
like
that is exactly.
he sort of like tenses up a bit, and you just hear him say, "I wasn't expecting that, but this is quite nice." He sort of like says, "My brother's dead."
That is very unfortunate, but we're going to figure out things really quick. Actually, I need to call Banner. I'm going to pull out my phone. I want to call Banner.
Yeah, Banner, you're busy leaping from building to building, and also then your Nokia phone, your poor phone, comes to life.
Banner will stop on the closest building. Any answer? Hello?
Hey, is this Banner?
Yes, this is Banner.
Okay, good. I'm glad that we got that over with, so you don't have to convince me that you're Banner. This is Rabbit. I'm Rabbit. We need you to drop the banner bomb on one of these buildings.
Oh, hi,
nearby.
Rabbit.
Hi. There's a sniper on a nearby roof. I think you're supposed to be coming here soon. Misty said something really, really slowly, but we need you to drop on a roof. There's a sniper fighting against freedom. We need you to destroy him with your weight and your punches. Can you do that?
I do hate snipers who snipe out freedom.
Yes, they're sniping out all of the freedom.
Now, which
Get
building
here
is
soon.
this? Okay.
You're wasting so much time
I'll get
talking to
there.
me. You just drop the bombs, Banner.
Well, you called me.
I'm gonna hang up.
But it's fine.
And Banner's still talking. You called me. You wanted me.
Right, I'm gonna Astro. There's a sniper on the roof way over there. Is there anything you can do? And as I'm saying this, I'm taking my jacket off and I'm pulling on my pencil skirt.
I wondered what you could do.
And I realize I've got no uniform underneath. Oh no. My outfit's underneath that. I'm going to put them all in my
Were you
briefcase.
wearing really thick stockings then? This is to hide the leggings of your
Those woolen ones.
yeah, the Laura Batty one.
That's right. Yeah, now stuff all my clothes into my briefcase.
Astro
Which
will,
is now this big. Yes, Astro.
Astro will form a telepathic link with Misty.
Yeah.
And they say, if you are prepared, I can create a portal which will allow you to get across there.
Oh, that sounds a brilliant idea. Let me go get Rabbit. Let me shout Rabbit. On comms.
No,
No, what do you mean no?
I need to see the location.
Okay. Come to the front of the building and have a look.
Astro will
Oh.
head out there.
Oh.
Okay, you should be able to move your token. Misty, move yours as well if you. you notice that as you come out, Rabbit and Top are in a fond embrace, and Rabbit is sort of like patting his back and has just hanging up the phone from back to Banner as you come across, and Top sort of like eases himself away, and he's
I'm
sort of
going to
like,
guide. I'm going to guide Astro away from the actual main entrance, just to the. So we're going to go to the side here.
yeah, you can put, yeah, you can move. Top looks at you, Rabbit, and says, "It's the foursome, isn't it? You're part of the four."
The Four? I thought we had a better name than the Four.
No, well, we must have,
Oh, is that what the media is
Because-
calling us, Top?
because then we can have top and we can be the four tops.
Yeah, you're the four. You know, there's you, the person who goes really fast, and it's sort of
Yes.
like the public facing one, and then there's the mean bad one with big muscles, and then that weird looking one over there with a large head, and then the sexy misty woman. He sort of like
I'll shoot
leans-
McGlare.
he sort of like looks at you, says, "I hope that lawyer's all right," and he looks to the back of the
She will be fine.
he says she looked pretty shook up.
Uh-huh.
She's a lawyer. She deals with a lot of things. But just so you know, that whoever killed your brother, we brought that mean guy as revenge. He's gonna go destroy that person in revenge.
Yeah, splattered them.
Rabbit,
hopefully.
Astro's going to open a portal. We're going to go through and we're going to spank him as well.
Wait, but okay.
Okay, so Astro, to open your portal.
Yeah, so he has to. They have to be able to see where they're opening it to.
Yep.
So they'll he'll say to Misty over the telepathic link, "Are you ready?"
Rabbit, are you ready? Rabbit's born ready.
So
I
they
was
have to
already ready.
basically delay their action, and then I open the portal, and they can go through.
Yeah, sounds fun. So whereabouts is the portal going to be opening?
Well,
Whereabouts?
we won't be able to see the roof of the building, will we? So if we open it at the bottom of the base of the building, then I can just fly straight up and Rabbit can run up, hopefully.
Happy for Astro to open it anywhere he wants.
Yeah, they'll probably do it at the base. They won't be able to see the top, so they'll open it so that it comes out at sort of like the main doors to the
Fantastic.
to the base of.
And that doesn't need a roll or anything.
Doesn't need a roll. I just need to be able to see it, or I have to make a roll if I'm using it as part of my knowledge of Metro City. If
Yeah.
it's not,
I
somewhere
was going to say
else.
if you could open it like a couple of feet from the top of the roof, but then it's judging the distance to that point that you won't be able to do.
Yeah, no, it'll just come to the base of the thing. So the
Excellent.
portal sort of like starts, and it's like almost like a star.
Can
And
you
then
make it face
gets-
sideways so Rabbit doesn't run into the wall when he comes out?
Yeah. It gets brighter, does the star, and then it sort of like starts swirling and gets more like a solar system as the portal opens.
Just 1 second.
And then you realise he's really sent us into space.
Yeah, you don't know where you're going.
By all this point, how close is Banner?
Don't
It's
worry.
not that. Oh. Is that free now? Then now that you have jump gate.
No, it's just a pack that we got
Oh, right.
free. I can do them. So for example, I can make them like that as well. So it's sort of like flat, but I thought we'll have that swirly one like that. That super good. And does it use PowerPoint?
It does indeed. I will be knocking off 3 PowerPoints.
Brilliant. Okay then. So Misty and Rabbit, you shoot through this and you come out the other side, it seems to be a closed off warehouse. And at that point, Banner, you leap down to join them. Just going to put you all outside for the time being, so I know that you are separate. Oh, sorry.
I'm not
Okay.
going through.
I'm-
I'm staying. I'm staying at this side.
I just got the wrong person. Don't worry.
Oh.
And put you three there, so you are actually away from the coffee in the cup at the moment. Yeah. So the portal disappears now, doesn't it?
Yeah. As soon as they're through, I'll close the portal.
Yeah. So Banner, you land as a bounding leap and land, and there's a slight tremor, and you see Rabbit and Misty. Rabbit sort of like speeds out of the portal, or almost like Flash when he's fighting people. She just sort of like comes to a halt, and Misty steps through, I imagine, quite eloquently.
I do, but as I do, you will see a shimmer go around my body as I summon my shield. And it's a
Nice.
larger shimmer than normal, so it's like a mist that is going around my body at the moment.
Nice.
But like I say, it's bigger than normal. So I'm going to spend 3
Okay.
power points to protect 5 locations.
Okay. So and add a suitable little icon to your token.
I'll mark off what locations I'm doing by putting something
Yeah.
in each box.
Absolutely. And yeah, so you notice this shimmer appear around Misty. Banner, you bounce in. Rabbit, you down. Yeah, what would you like to do?
Let's let him down. Hey guys, it's me, Banner. Where's the bad guy?
Just to clarify, we're on the ground, not the roof.
We are.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll point upwards, and I'd like to like back up a little bit, try and figure out a way that I might be able to rush up this building, and then use my parkour to do so.
Yeah. Nice. Let's see what everybody's going to do, and then we can get some sort of actions going.
Yeah, I'm going to raise myself up as quickly as possible to the top of the roof.
Okay.
I mean, if it'd be nice if we could hold on to Rabbit and drag her up as well, but I don't think I could. I'm not that
No,
strong.
I don't think you're that strong, but Rabbit can parkour up, because I think you can. If
It's the last segment.
You can also make unmodified athletics to climb or descend at normal speed at the same concept. Nice. So you would just roll. Do you have acrobatics? Is that what you have?
I have both, but I would like to use my athletics here.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. And before you do that, Banner, what are you doing?
Banner probably take a few steps back, see that they're going towards the top of that building in front of us, and then try to see if he can jump up onto the building.
Yeah, you have leap in one bound. Do you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we just need the athletics roll from Rabbit. The other two will not need any rolls at all, because they're like built-in powers. Yeah, and you Rabbit sort of like bounces off various window sills and bits that are sticking out, and you sort of like jump up, Banner. You're likely to get there first and land. There seems to be a completely flat roof ahead of you. There's nothing that you can see at the moment, but I will ask you to make a perception check. One moment. Misty, you fly up with your shimmering shield up. Do you wish to go onto the warehouse, or just hover a little bit off the warehouse?
A little bit off at the moment, because I'm going to be looking down at the window. Are the windows on this side as well?
There seems to be windows that seem to be either broken or boarded up from the inside.
Yeah, I'll be looking at those windows as well.
Okay. And Rabbit, you are going straight up to the top as well, yes?
Correct.
Yeah. Okay then. So Banner, you get there, and Rabbit, Rabbit suddenly appears before you, and I would like you both to make evade. No, I don't. I just perception checks, please.
Perception check.
I don't know
Not
if that clicks,
very
so if it appears twice,
perceptive.
okay, I'm not going to click it again. I'll use a point of luck to reroll though.
Okay.
Psych. I mean, I'd
Okay.
still use the point.
You both get up there. You look around. There seems to be nothing on the roof at all that you can see. There seems to be no person or no gun or anything like that. You do notice that the fire escape is at the opposite side of the building from where you are. So you're at the front. You notice that the fire exit is with stairs leading down is at the far side. So it would realistically, it would be the back of the building when you're facing.
Could I take a look down that fire escape, like rush up to the edge and then peer over?
Yeah, there's nothing on the fire escape. There seems to be just sort of like tarmac down at the bottom. Can't see
Are there any
anything.
vehicles down, like in a parking lot or anything?
Yeah, no, nothing at all. There's no vehicles there or modes of transport or anything like that. You notice it's a short distance, just like the width of a road to the next warehouse, however. So it just looks like the gap in between the two warehouses have been demolished. Anybody would think it could be possibly for this shot or for roll your insight, Banner and Rabbit, while you're up here. Good grief, Banner's insightful. Banner,
Wow, I'm more insightful
More than
than
Rabbit.
yeah, Banner, you figured that you've sort of like been in the army, you're army trained, etc.
Yeah.
And you definitely think that this would be a perfect place to shoot into the coffee in a cup, but also it would be a perfect place to provide cover fire for coffee in a cup. Misty, you are just checking out the windows, etc. Could you now roll your perception?
Certainly try. I'm going to feel awfully. Where's my perception disappeared to? Yes.
Yeah, two things that you notice. The inside of this building doesn't look like it is being worked. There seems to be nothing in it at all. The other thing that you do notice from the general state of the outside, where the boarded up windows are and looking through the windows, it looks like it's been empty for quite a while. You know, even when you're looking through one, you see the odd pigeon flying across from the eaves, and it doesn't look like anybody's in here for a while. We're just going to pause the action there, and we're going to zip back over to coffee in the cup. Astro, you are there, and Tops over the other side, looking quite nervous about things, and he takes out what appears to be a a mobile phone, and he sort of like brings it out, and he sort of like looks at you as he brings the phone out. Let me know if you would like to do anything as the action proceeds. Seems to be pressing numbers on the phone, and he brings it up to his head.
Does he seem nervous or anything? Or
He looks shocked. His brother's just been shot, so he looks quite drained. He doesn't look. If anything, he seems to be saddened or
Okay.
upset.
Are there any door controls for this big thing? This
Yeah.
big door. Is there something that I can somewhere that I can close it?
Yeah. So if you look on the map, the controls are up here.
That's for the door as well.
Yeah, it shuts the door. Just to let you know that Max is parked in the door and half out the door. So he's fallen forward.
Don't smash his body with the door.
Yeah. Be easy to move though, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Don't kick him through the door.
Top's ringing Max's wife and said you don't have to worry about divorce now.
Yeah.
Okay, so
He's
there's no way to
gone.
close the doors with him.
You can
still.
close them. You can close them part shut.
Okay,
Can't
so
close them.
that's what Astro is going to do. If he's going to go to the controls and he's going to start closing them so that they stop before they start crushing Max.
So Top seems to be phoning medical aid. He seems to be phoning the equivalent of 911 or 999, and he sort of like sees the doors closing. He looks around and sees you up there, and he looks immediately worried, and he makes a dive to get through the doors rather than being locked inside with a strange looking person. He sort of like
He's trying to be friends.
he dives through, and he sort of like catches his foot on something, and rather than a really nice dive or duck under, he goes to duck under, but he loses his footing, and he sort of like almost like rolls out and sort of like lands prone on the floor. Let's nip back to the action over at the warehouse. Let's go to
Action.
Rabbit. You're at the far side looking down the fire escape at the moment. What would you like to do?
I'll return to Banner and whisper loudly into his ear, I don't think there's anybody here anymore. It looks like they all left. If they had any vehicles like Geo Metros or anything, they got in their Geo Metros and left. I don't think we're going to find the sniper here unless they're inside of the building. I guess they don't have to be exactly like, on the roof. They could be in a... Well, there were windows, I think, that I passed now that I think about it. Where's
Right.
Misty?
No, you sure there's a sniper up here, or you sure you're just kind of bored and just kind of, this is the best way to deal with your time? Make up snipers on roofs.
Yeah, it's probably a guy
Can't it be
just
both?
outside the door with a silencer pistol.
Yeah. Don't put the bullet right to his head.
Yeah.
Hmm.
An invisible villain. I
I
like it.
I shall raise myself up high and say, until I'm even with the top, and I'll say there's nobody in the windows.
There's nobody in the windows, and nobody on the roof, and nobody in their Geo Metros down at the ground level. Then that means there's no sniper. Then where could their sniper have been? How did they blow up his head? I don't remember hearing a noise. Was it an actual sniper or was it a bomb?
His head just went pop in front of me.
Or he had a very interesting thought, but it was a very mind-blowing thing.
Is this a real thing, Banner? Is this a military weapon?
Looks at Banner really disappointed with that.
It might be that lady from The Boys.
Oh yes,
yeah.
I've watched all series now, so I'm in with the
See, I
crowd.
can't believe you watched The Boys, but you can't watch Game of Thrones. I feel like Boys is significantly
more
violent.
gruesome than Game of Thrones. Yeah.
It's not, because it's like comical in the bones. I don't. It's like over the top, I think.
Yeah.
It's sort of like,
especially when you go really, really small.
Don't.
Fun scene.
No.
Yeah. Right, let's get back.
Yeah, you're going to.
Yeah, Astro's on his own there. Don't like it. Let's go back. This is two.
So you head back over, and when you get to it, you see that the door is half shut, and it's not decapitating Max. And
No, is Top still there on the outside?
yes, yeah, he seems to be calling for ambulance assistance.
I will look at him and say, get back inside now.
He says, "Oh no!" He says, "There's a mighty strange person in there." He
You
was trying
just get inside.
He
Would
was
you-
trying to lock
He
the door.
just called me part of the four, and now I'm strange.
It-
Yeah, but you
was-
did say your head kind of makes him feel uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
were
large, I think.
you were walking up to a good.
Well, I can see that's no. He was on the opposite side. He's just got
Didn't even
weird-
look at him.
Long bone fingers.
Did you
It-
break eye contact when you went up the stairs to the controls, or did you just stare at him the whole way?
Were the controls upstairs or
Downstairs at the
they were
bottom.
down? Yeah.
Oh,
No,
my
they're-
bad.
They're
I thought they were
upstairs.
upstairs.
They're
Oh,
upstairs.
the
So-
upstairs.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
upstairs. All right.
They're on the they're on the what's it called,
All right.
catwalk.
So-
So
all
you're
right.
you're
Yeah.
actually sort
I'm
of like
over
on
here.
that map.
Okay, well, after he's dived out the door, I want to continue having a look down here to see whether or not I can find like the admin office, you know, with more computers.
So that would be this office here. This is Top and Max's office.
Okay, so
And
that's where I want to be.
okay.
And what I want to be doing, I don't know whether or not I found the information beforehand, but I've got that that manifest for deliveries and
From the clipboard.
dispatches. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to try to see whether or not I can find maybe the route that would have delivered the coffee to the police precinct.
Well, there's not a planned route. You can find on both computer and the manifest of export and out points about the coffee being delivered for the machines at the
Okay.
precinct.
Can I find out who maybe was doing the driving on that day?
Yeah, it was.
And if
Bill.
so, then check their personnel files to find their home address.
Okay, then. So you need to start making a computer skill check for me.
I'll use a point of luck to re-roll
Re-roll
that.
it. Yeah, you find his Bill's home address. He lives sort of like down in the slums somewhere. Yeah, anything else that you wanted?
I'm going to check the emails for the last few days. Is there anything from other companies or?
No, it just seems to be coffee in a cup seems to be a very small business that has recently set up. There's a lot of replies for the negative from a number of companies that they've emailed to ask whether or not they would be interested in a new deal for their coffee and their coffee pods for their machines in coffee in a cup. A lot of no, thank you. We have a really good deal. There's some replies that are saying things like, yeah, give us an offer. And there seems to be various templates that they use to send out. They seemed to, when you look at the manifest, they seem to only have two companies that they're actually delivering and supplying coffee in the cup for. One is the police precinct that was done quite recently. It's a very new contract. You sort of like go through the emails and it sort of like says that because it was a really good deal, they're doing it on a trial to start off with. They also supply coffee to Tiny Tacos, which Rabbit is very familiar with.
One of my favorites.
Yeah.
And is that a recent one as well, or has that been going for?
That's been going longer than the police precinct one. It looks like it was one of the first ones to actually set up.
Okay.
Misty, you're outside, and is the idea to get
berating Top to get back
Yeah.
inside.
okay then? And are you all going back inside, or
Yeah.
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 okay
Yeah.
then?
Yeah.
So, and as you go back inside, you hear the sound of sirens coming towards the building, and Top says to you now, Misty, rather than Sophia, says he just says, I called the ambulance because of my brother.
I do believe he's beyond an ambulance at the moment, and if any of those ambulance drivers or any of the medics in there get shot, it'll be your fault.
I said, yeah, fine. He said, did you get?
I
Did
can't
you get?
slap him, can I?
He said, did you get the sniper?
Nope, he's still out there.
He got away.
Why are we here, by the way?
He got away
Anyone?
from three of you.
We cannot
Well,
find
I
what
didn't know
we
that
cannot
stopped.
see.
Oh, so he was an invisible sniper.
I tell you what, Top, why don't you pop outside and walk backwards and forwards, and we'll keep an eye out for any flashes when he shoots you.
He sort of like looks at you. Roll your influence.
Thank God I failed.
Yeah, he sort of like looks at you and says, "You want me to go outside?"
No, Top, I was making a funny.
And you hear that there's an ambulance crew. You hear the van pull up outside.
I am going to shout to Astro to open the doors.
Astro, if he's finished on the computer, he'll head over and whack the switch.
Yeah, and they seem to be like a couple of paramedics in some kind of ambulance that appeared with the flashing lights and everything. And one of them goes straight down to Max as they approach, then just looks up and shakes the head, and they sort of like come in and see the four there as well, and the guy sort of like says, "Did you call us?"
No, this man, Top Coffee Cup, called you, and that's his brother Max, who's dead. I told him it was stupid to call you because there's still a sniper out there at large.
That's right. Says, "You didn't."
I just did. I told you it was stupid for calling him.
You didn't tell me before I called them.
I didn't tell you before you called them. I said you were stupid to call them.
Right. Know that I wouldn't have called them if I was going to be stupid. I was just hoping. The ambulance guy comes over and he sort of like looks at Top and says, "Come on, you've had a nasty shock. Let's get you warm and in ambulance." Sort of like Top across and gives his partner, who's draping something over Max's body, sort of like nod towards and she just sort of like kneels up and sort of like keeps an eye on the four as they back off into ambulance, and you hear the ambulance driver making a call and say, "Got a dead body here. Somebody needs to come down and."
There's more than one dead body.
Yeah, so he's sort of like you hear him from the ambulance. So
Mm.
you can, as he goes towards the ambulance, so you can go out and tell him that.
Oh, well,
there's
I'll
more
tell him
dead.
how many. Yeah, because I think we've seen them all now, haven't we?
Yeah, and he sort of like says, "Sorry, I've just been told by one of the 4 that there's more than one dead body. Send a truck."
A big truck.
Big truck.
Astro will say to Misty telepathically, "What of the sniper?"
Nothing up there, completely empty.
We need to investigate further.
Okay.
Indeed, we do.
And that
It's a great place for a rooftop like date, maybe. Sorry.
that is a golden opportunity to take the first break. Sorry, the only break of the night. So we'll be back just after 1:45. So go off, grab yourself a drink and something to eat, and we'll be back in roughly about 15 minutes, and we'll see what the 4's next step is going to be. Will they track down the sniper, or have they been left dumbfounded? Find out straight after. Okay, welcome back, everyone. We're still at the coffee cup. The ambulance has left with Top in the back, and it's sending 4 vans from the coroner's office to pick up everything else. Astro's been doing some digging on the computers and found out about manifests and drivers and when things have been going, where the coffee in a cup has been trading. And Banner, Rabbit and Misty have been off to an adjacent warehouse where they believe the sniper shot came from, but found nothing there. So it's
Astro.
Yeah.
Sorry, Astro, did you find out if they've had any coffee deliveries from somewhere different over the last few days? Because they assemble everything here, but they must get their ingredients from elsewhere. But it's very specific for this one location, isn't it? Because clearly, if they get their ingredients from somewhere, it would then go into all the coffee cups, which would then go to everywhere else as well.
Remember, you did see on the camera that strange guy with the syringe with some buds come in, and they cut the tea. So it could.
That was there a timestamp on the actual bit of the? That was the night before, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it wasn't before they.
No, it wasn't. It was the timestamp that would coincide with the delivery to the precinct. So
I missed that bit. Sorry.
Yeah, I missed that bit as well.
What you can see is that they could have come in and affected the coffee beans at that point.
So that's that basically Astro will say to Misty telepathically, there was nothing on the manifests. The CCTV would indicate that maybe Coffee in a Cup were unaware of what was happening.
Indeed, and which is probably why they're trying to get rid of the 2 owners to hide that fact and place the blame on them.
We need to investigate the building further across the way. So Astro's going to start. He's not going to teleport. He's going to start heading over towards the building where the sniper shot came from.
Okay.
Or where we think it came from.
Yeah.
What do you think you're going to find further? We investigated the building. What are we searching for?
Maybe the sniper was like hiding as like an AC unit or something, and you can never find it because of that.
Astro, are you activating your party line?
Not at the moment. I was just talking to Misty.
I'll relay the information telling you onwards.
But Rabbit, you were talking to Astro, weren't you? When you were saying.
I guess because I presume seeing him walking out there towards the building. What are you, where are you going? What are we doing? What's going on?
I'll tell you what Astra's saying. So Astra wants to go and have a look at the building we've just been to. I mean, to be honest, the sniper could have been in all this scrub and detritus on the floor between us and the building.
Of that word, right.
I don't know what it means.
Crap.
Ooh, very fancy. That's bad, man.
I mean, I suppose if we walk back to the building, but also keeping an eye on the floor between here and the building, so looking for any like bullet casings.
Yeah, you can do that. That's not a problem at all. So you can probably make a nice little line. You know, like a police, when the police are searching, you won't be able to cover the whole breadth of the gap, but you could probably do it very similar to the size of the door and the width of the door. And so is that what everybody's doing, sort of like walking across in a regular fashion, keeping that line and checking the ground?
Apart from Rabbit, is probably running backwards and forwards several times.
Yeah, that's a little too slow for me.
Yep. Banner and Astra, are you doing the same?
Astra's gonna head directly over to the building. He wants to be heading round having a look round the outside of it, and then heading round the back to where the ladder goes up.
So you're going to make Misty, Rabbit, and Banner. You're going to make perception checks for as you go across. Because
Banner's going to do something specific. He's going to go to the side of the building that with the fire escapes heading down.
Yeah, at the back.
He wants to see if there's a camera of like an office building or something pointing that direction.
Okay then. So and then Misty and Rabbit, are you both doing the scan across, or are you doing something else?
Yeah, I'll as we're walking across, I will be looking.
Nice.
Because we're going there anyway, aren't we? So I'm going to look at the floor.
And I guess I'm just going to go.
That's great perception we all have.
And Rabbit, what are you
search?
What are you doing?
Oh, I'm searching like everything on the debris now. Now that they've mentioned it, that's just what I'll do until until they're done reinvestigating. I'd like to use a point of luck.
Nice. Your rolls, everybody's rolls. That's a nice one.
There we go.
That's Banner got one. Banner got something.
Yeah. So Banner, are you leaping to the warehouse?
There's a warehouse on the other side?
No, that's the place. Are you going to the place with the where they think the sniper was? Is that where you're going to?
Yeah. Essentially, I'm going there, but on the other side where there's a fire escape.
Yeah, so to the back of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see if there's anything that points out that direction.
Yeah, so are you using your leaping superpower to get there? Or
Sure.
are you walking with Astro?
I can walk with Astro.
Okay. So Astro and Banner, you sort of like walk off to the warehouse, and Misty and Rabbit, you start sort of like scanning backwards and forwards. Misty and Rabbit, you're about 3/4 of the way across when you hear and see lights behind you. It looks like the coroner's office they don't seem to be policemen. They almost look like community officers who are there to sort of corner the area off. You see them using some of those scene of crime tapes as they move it across. They seem to be sealing it off until they can get a bigger or more professional party to come out and actually search and deal with it. Despite Rabbit's really good roll, you find lots of things in the detritus, from Coke cans to discarded silver foil, smoke packets, everything like that. But sadly, nothing that would connect to a sniper of any description. Banner and
$270 in quarters.
Yes. Astro and Banner, you arrive at the front of the warehouse opposite. And Banner, if you want to go to the fire exit, that's round the back.
Astro's going round that way as well.
Okay then. So you both head round the back, and you can see there's a fire escape that comes from the roof. It seems to stop at the 2 floors on the way down before it reaches the base. It doesn't have one of those pull down ladders. It just comes straight down.
Okay, so it doesn't go straight up to the roof. There's also ways that you can get onto the first floor and the second floor,
Yes.
and then onto the roof.
You can see there's doors on those floors, but the doors are shut at the moment. There you are.
Okay, Astro's going to go up to the fire escape, and he's going to grab the handrail with one hand, and he's going to put his other hand, he's going to put it on the rungs of the ladder, not the first one, maybe the second or the third rung up.
Yeah.
And I'm going to start going back in time. I'm going to start doing my psychometry.
Okay. Is this the one that goes 6 hours back in time?
I can go anything up to 3 days. It goes back. I can go back 1 hour for every minute that I remain in contact with it, going back 74 hours in total.
Okay, yeah, so that's absolutely fine. And Banner, you made a perception check before Rabbit, didn't you? So round the back, you don't find any cameras at all, but you do find a set of tire tracks. It looks like it was a single vehicle, probably a motorbike or something like that. It looks quite hefty.
So it's just single track. It's not 2 tracks.
Yeah, you could. It's definitely a 2-wheeled bike, but it's quite deep in places. So you don't think it's something like a Vespa. You think it's something quite substantial, probably a very heavy motorbike.
Like a Harley Davidson.
Yes, something like that, or maybe something that's armored.
So like an assassin from a Michael Bay film, not from a Bourne Identity film, right?
Yeah.
I'll just say yes at that point. It could be that it's armored and it has or it has alterations to it. It seems to be more of a heavy set than a normal motorbike would be. Yeah, so you spend your power points. You're actually touching an object. Is that right?
I am.
You can see what directly occurred to the target. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you notice that a while back, a person who seems to be in very cleverly. Well, look, what I'll do, because it'll be easier to do it this way, I'll just reveal his token, and then that will give you an idea of what to do. So, can you see him there?
Got like a military.
Yeah,
Black Ops
paramilitary
guy.
probably. You can't see his eyes. He seems to have some kind of a visor over it. He comes by moving very deftly down the fire escape. He seems to have what appears to be some kind of gun with sights on. I don't know whether or not you've seen a sniper rifle before, and he seems to be clad out in some kind of paramilitary gear. He seems to come down, and then he jumps. He leaves the fire escape, and that's when you lose sight.
Okay, Astro is going to keep going back. They want to sort of like get an idea of when they actually went up there and how long they were actually up on the roof
So
waiting.
yeah, so tell me how many hours you want to go back.
Okay, so it's an hour per minute.
Yeah, so you tell
So
me.
per minute, so I'm going to keep concentrating on it until I see him going up.
Okay, and so what's your maximum number of hours you can do?
The maximum amount of days I can do.
Oh, so yeah. So I just need
Right,
to
sorry,
know.
74 hours is the maximum
Okay, so
amount
you
of
can-
time I can go back. So
So
that will
you-
be 74 minutes, just over an hour, for me concentrating on it.
Yeah. Okay, then. So you can look back however far you can look back. He actually arrived. He seems to be coming backwards and forwards during the time that you can look at. He seems to arrive in the early morning. And then,
Okay, as soon as I see him coming up the first time, I won't go back anymore, because that's what I was looking for.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if it's sort of like 5 hours ago, it will be sort of like 5 minutes for me
Yeah,
to
that's
find that information. But as soon as I see him going up, it gives me an idea of how long he was up there
Yeah.
for. So that's what I
Brilliant.
wanted.
I'm assuming you're relaying that to us.
Yeah. I also relay when we get back that he got there via a motorcycle of some sort.
Hmm.
So at least we know it's a military guy on a motorcycle.
Astro, you relaying that?
Yeah,
aren't
yeah.
Right,
At the moment, I've got once we're in sight of Misty, I've got a telepathic link with Misty at the moment.
So I'm going to bounce this off Astro. So it sounds like he knew he was coming to kill these two people because he was waiting for them to come to the office.
We can assume so.
So is there going to be patsies?
So why are we here exactly? Are we here to get coffee? What's going on?
Sorry, Banner. These people supplied the police precinct with coffee that poisoned them, made
Of course,
them ill.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
but it wasn't them who did it. Somebody broke in and tampered with the coffee.
Interesting. Yes,
Now-
yes.
On the camera CCTV, the person with the syringe, did we get a full face of him or not?
He had
yeah.
like a mask on, didn't he?
Yeah, I think I had like a doctor.
Was there something strange about him? Did he have different coloured skin? No.
Green.
Green.
Yeah.
So basically we need to put an APB out for him, or there's some way of getting facial recognition. So anyway, yeah, we'll take that and hand that over to Shirley.
Okay.
Was there any similarities between the man that I saw going up and down the ladder and the men who was with the syringe guy who came into the coffee in a cup?
The guy that
Were
you
they
saw...
dressed the same or?
No,
Right.
the guy that you saw going up and down the fire escape was a lot more professionally dressed.
Okay.
Rather than just thugs.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so you sort of like all arrive at the warehouse, and Astro relays everything to you, Misty, and then Misty, you relay it to everybody, and Banner tells you what it is going on, and Banner asks, you know, why are we here, and you relay to him what you're doing.
Yeah.
And so the next question I have is that, are you going back anywhere? Is there anything you want to do next?
I'd like to. We've got a time frame now, thanks to Astro, which is great. So I want to ring Shirley, relay everything that we know to her, mention about the CCTV, the timestamp of when these people came into the coffee in a cup, explain about the shooting, and then the bike. We've got a direction of travel for the bike, so hopefully Shirley will be able to go on like traffic cameras and things like that to see if we can find this bike.
Okay, yeah. So you want to pass all that over back
Yeah.
to Shirley Springer.
Let them do a bit of legwork.
Yeah. So she doesn't seem. She sort of like mentions to you that, you know, that you're actually not in charge of her and her police force, but she thanks you for the leads, and
That's an amazing coincidence because she's not in charge of us either.
no, she's not at all. And so she's just sort of like says, you know, she reminds you that she's got limited staff on the ground at the moment, but as soon as she's got the personnel to do it, she will start to look into it for you and then see what she can get from that. Yeah, so back to the point of what does the four wish to do?
Well, I'm going to go back and get my briefcase with my clothes in. And then I think we should possibly head
Tiny tacos.
Tiny tacos, then home.
Yes.
Okay.
They're so tiny, they barely fit in my hand.
Well, that's why you get 30 of
All
them.
my feet.
Yeah, it's like bite-sized tacos.
Delicious.
And we came in my car, didn't we? So we'll, yeah.
So, Astro, can you hear everything that is talked about?
Yeah, so if
You have
I
normal
can,
ears,
I
don't
have,
you?
yeah, I have ears. So as long as if, you know, I can hear what people are saying.
You just have to wickle mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, then, so you fall back in, you call into Tiny Tacos, and you spend an hour traveling back to Tacos and getting something to eat, and then going back to the Misty's apartment, her house. So you can all regain 2 power points for that as an hour goes by, and you end up back in Misty's apartment, and there seems to be you're sort of like flicking through the news item, and you catch the end of a Network 7 report, and you hear Susan saying, "Yes, so just as the four saved the bank from the bank robber and all the cashiers, Sonic Blast also stopped a whole bank robbery single-handed at the south end of the town. Although it wasn't a major bank, it was a small one, and yes, we are grateful to him. Sadly, he left before actually having an interview with us, but we're hopefully going to see more of him in the future. He certainly did the job really quickly and without any deaths."
We didn't kill anybody.
Well, that's ridiculous. Why would you? Without the deaths, then there's nothing preventing them from doing before in the future.
Misty, you kind of pressure washed that guy's arm off and he bled out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a clean death.
No, it wasn't. He was in pain.
He cleaned a lot of blood from his arm.
I imagine you all sort of like sat around on the sofas now, eating your tacos, having this discussion over as you watch the television, and you're sort of like joking with each other at that point.
And then his head came off.
Yeah.
Astro doesn't joke. Astro doesn't get the humour.
And
Um,
what
Yeah, go ahead.
Banner, do you want to relay anything, Artie, about what happened with the phone, etc., etc.? You don't have to. I just want
So
to.
crazy thing that happened to me today. At first I was calling to work thinking it was Sanjay, my 17-year-old assistant manager. Turns out it wasn't Sanjay, it was just my regular owner. He had a box for me. I don't understand the box, premise of things. Anyways, in the box, a brand new shiny phone, very pretty. It matches my my color scheme. Very good. It looks good on me. And then someone called me on it. Name Blast? No,
Brass.
Nass.
Brass.
Brass.
Definitely a
Look at
good
Brass.
word.
Yeah. And he just seemed like a good patriot. Top of the line, a citizen that we should all aspire to be. Also, he offered me a bunch of money and stuff for some reason. Anyway,
What was the reason?
he just said I seem someone who's well defined, at least my posterior, my muscles, and he likes that gym. He thinks I'm a good go-getter and stopping the comedy flow.
Banner, are you sure he wasn't flirting with you? Because he wants to give you a bunch of money for nothing other than your body? That kind of sounds.
Well, it wasn't my first time. There was these parties back in the wealthy area. I had to wear a mask. But besides that,
Just be careful, Banner. It could be a crazy fanboy.
honestly, I have a city full of them. When should I stop those?
That's a nice phone. That's like the Neotech 3000. Top of the
Yeah.
range.
Can you see that?
Also, it
now
smells
on the
new.
map?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's the sim that's on.
Is the
Also,
symbol on
he
the
probably
phone?
didn't like you guys. I think he was kind of a little bit of a manly man. So that's why he didn't feel like he wanted you guys to join this
I'm
interesting
going to
club.
do a quick search on it while Banner's gibbering away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so just so you're aware, how I work the research rolls out is that depending on the level of success you get, depends about the information. So you've just got a very easy success, obviously you get less information or surface information than if you've got a Herculean success on it. So you have a standard success. So we're going to have some standard information coming to you. Yeah, so the Eternal Enterprises is the name of the company. Its CEO is Mr. Brian Rask. It seems to be almost like research and development, the company. It seems to be doing a lot of tech work, and it's got, you find various articles that is them providing money for charities and helping the infirm and giving people who lost their legs a new bionic or whatever leg for. The other piece of information that you do find out is that they once tried to become part of the lead enterprise, you know, that Jack Stone actually covered, and they were turned down. You managed to find an article that virtually says Eternal Enterprises refused access to the enterprises, the lead enterprises. But apart from that, it doesn't say anything why. It just sort of like says that they were refused entry, weren't allowed to become famous or not.
Yeah, I think we
that's
have
what
to have a chat with Jack Stone at some point about that then. I'll mention that to Banner. Yeah, hey, Banner, did you know they tried to get into lead enterprise and Jack Stone turned them down?
Nope, I had no idea.
Nope. So it might be worth finding out of Jack why.
I mean, he seemed like a fine fellow to me, and I have no idea why he was denied.
Did he seem like a fine fella because he gave you a brand new phone? And they said how brilliant you are.
You know, you had a lot of patriotic ideas, and you know that's important. It's all about the ideas.
It is.
The ideas and action means progress.
And one thing in my mind is a lot of terrorists are very patriotic to one cause or another.
I don't understand what you're saying. You said two opposite things. I'm gonna go take a nap.
Okay. Well, just before you head to the bed or sofa, you get an incoming call from your dispatcher, Officer Ollie Awesome. Is this something that you would like to take?
Before that happens, when people have been sort of like discussing, Astro's been sat there sort of like quietly, because of course he doesn't speak, but eating sort of like a taco shell, and they're going to do party lines so that both Banner and Rabbit are connected telepathically, and they're going to say, why have they killed the brothers? Or why did they try to kill the brothers?
Astro, I think I said before, maybe they're killing the brothers to throw people off the scent. Yeah, use them as a patsy.
But would they not try to kill them in a way?
More like an accident.
Exactly.
Well, that's how. Yeah, that's how I would have done it. But let's face it, dead people can't talk. So no matter how you do it.
Astro, roll an insight check. That's what you're trying to figure out why it happened.
Okay, I am going to use precognition to make it easier.
Okay.
You need to roll D100.
The other thing that I don't get is why didn't they destroy the CCTV?
I don't know. Sometimes you just want to leave a message, you know?
Yeah.
Like you want it to seem like it could be an accident, but enough evidence that it's not, so that people know not to mess with you.
It's always a problem with super. It's a bit like they always do that long monologue, don't
Monologue,
they?
yeah.
When somebody's tied up and trying to break through the.
That, I always shout, shoot him, shoot! It's like
Yeah,
James Bond,
that's
just
it,
shoot
yeah.
him.
So, but we are in a comic book setting, so I've got some monologues all ready.
I've got a pillow ready.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, go for it, Astro.
I've rolled it. That's my roll. That was my insight roll.
What was my roll for?
Oh, cosmic backlash.
Oh, right. Okay, then.
If you get a 96 or 100, stuff happens to me.
Okay, got you. Yeah, so you sort of like think about this idea of why the brothers were shot. And you come up, you probably agree with what Misty and people are saying about, you don't want to leave any loose ends out. It could be that they were involved in it all and they were tying up loose ends.
Well, that was Astro's thoughts that there would be more involved rather than.
Yeah, so that's what your insight. That's what your insight role gave you. Yeah. Okay then. So back to Officers Ollie's incoming call. You are totally correct, Shirley Springer. You're not controlled by her, so I need to know whether or not you're going to take the call from Ollie Olsen.
Yeah, we'll take the call. We're not animals.
Okay, so it comes across that they're in urgent of assistance. There's been an armed robbery of an armored van that has been stopped on one of the bridges across the Lancaster flow from the main metro city down to the slums. A cop car and 2 officers managed to barricade the road, and the armored truck lost control on the bridge and has bashed into the side, the central reservation and the edge of it. This is all coming through from the point of view of the officers on the scene. They're by their car and they're calling they've got their pistols out, calling for people to get out of the van. Sadly, nobody has got out yet. But just to say that although one side of the bridge is totally clear of traffic, the other side is not. It's about coming up to 5 o'clock in the afternoon, so there's a bit of rush hour on the opposite side. The dispatcher is seeking immediate assistance.
So, can you open a portal to get us onto that bridge by looking at it on the TV?
No. Do you know about the bridge?
Can I make a knowledge roll, Metro City, to see whether or not it's a location that I am.
Are you going to make it easier with your?
No, I'm just going to leave it how it is.
Okay then. Oh yes, because you nice. Yes, you can know the bridge. There's 3 bridges across Lancaster Flow, and from looking at the picture on the monitor, you see it's the central of the bridges.
And there's nobody shooting from the van, are there? Or are there?
Not when the call came in. All you got was that the police on scene have stopped the van and they're sort of like in that classic doors of their cop car is open, and they're sort of like using it as cover, ordering the people to get out, but nobody seems to. And the police are a little bit apprehensive about moving towards that.
Will everybody be able to get through a portal that I don't know whether or not it says so anyone of sufficient size using the delay action before the hero acts can interrupt to travel through the portal to either side.
Yeah, well, that sounds like anybody can go through it, doesn't it?
Okay, so that's what Astra will say. Yes, I can use the portal, but everybody must be ready for when it appears and go through immediately.
We'll shout for Banner.
Banner get up, start stretching. All right,
Banner, quick as you can.
yes.
We need to all go through. As soon as the portal opens, we need to all go through. There's a fan at the central reservation. When we come through, get to the back of it and try to pull it backwards or pull the doors off, whichever.
That's good.
Okay, so Astro, whereabouts are you opening the portal to? Do you want to go? You know that the truck's in the middle of the bridge. So do you want to go to the far side of the truck? So you open the portal at the behind the truck, or do you want to open it behind the cop car and the police, or on the opposite side? Tell me where you would like to open it.
So I would open the portal between the cop cars and the van.
Okay, lovely. Just move out. The next thing that I need to notice is going through that, through the portal.
I assumed it'd be Banner, give him a slap on the butt, send him through, then I go through, then probably Misty, and then finally Astra so we can close it.
Yeah, as soon as I'm through
You have to do an endurance check.
side, then I'll close the portal.
Brilliant. So what was that, Banner?
So you have to do an endurance check when you slap my butt.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I break my hand.
Brawn check.
Oh, he's just chiseled from marble.
That's maxed out glutenous.
So the portal starts to open, and Banner, you step through it. You're the first person through it, so you get to see. I'll move you all over there so you can see the situation. This is where you appear. I'll actually move you across the line, so there. And as you come through the portal starts to shimmer open at the other side, and you step through it, and you immediately see in front of you there's a perpetrator.
Mm.
And
A perp.
yeah, but that's not the fun part.
Oh, okay.
The fun part is that he's actually, as the portal opens and you step through it, he releases his weapon that he is firing at the police car and the police behind him. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So my question to you is, you have various actions you can do. You can't take you can only take a reactive action. Okay, so you can either evade and dive out the way, or you can stay there and risk getting shot. Oh, did I tell you what it was?
No, just a weapon.
Oh, it's a grenade launcher.
Okay. I have a superpower called Fast Shield.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I was hoping I could use that as a way
Can it-
of using a deflect.
Can it be used as a reactive action?
Yes, it
I
can.
think that's what Fast Shield is. It's reactive action.
Yeah.
I don't have the
Yeah.
Hero
Destined
shield
thing.
springs into existence with a mere thought. The hero spends 2 power points to create and flatten the shield as a free action.
Yeah,
If
okay.
as part of defensive reaction, the hero must create a shield as part of a parry.
Okay then. So you need to remove
use
your
my
power points. Let's get in one of my tokens. Put everything. Brilliant. So what's the size of your shield?
I remember. Sorry, we've changed things on this. I wish I had the. I don't on this computer. I don't have my Destiny thing, but it's
I think it's just a standard shield, so it would be
X amount of locations.
yeah,
Oh, it's just like a passive.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. So this it sort of like comes out, and you come out and you see this guy just presses the button, and you quickly activate your shield. It goes up, and he fires. Okay then. So this is going to be damage. That is there. Just so I'm clear, is the idea that you're going to try to block the shot rather with your shield?
or you can either block it or it bounces off my thing and bounces back towards it.
It's not going to do.
Okay.
Is this portal a 2-way portal?
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
So
we're making it as well then.
yes.
Yeah.
You know, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah, because it says actions can interrupt travel through the portal to either side.
Nice one.
So if you miss, there's a chance of it going through the portal anyway and blowing up my apartment.
Well, it will hit Rabbit first, because
That's all right.
Rabbit's the next one through. So let's do some damage to Banner first. Okay.
What locations are you covering, Banner?
Yeah, good point.
How many locations does he get with this shield?
I'll soon tell you. On a standard shield, it would be
I don't know if it's
four continuous locations.
4.
4. Well, that's a tower shield I use. Sorry. What?
It is a tower shield.
It is a tower shield, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. Then 4 then.
Okay then. So what we're going to do is that we're going to roll the damage, and then that's going to be a set amount. Then we'll divide it out into random locations. Oh, no,
Matter of fact, can you look up the power of deflect? So you go ahead, everyone else.
Want to post it?
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
is that what you want? Is that
Yeah,
what?
that's exactly what it is. Yeah, deflect.
Oh, brilliant. Now we've got.
It's just that the shield side of the other side of the shield is part of the pluses you get the powers, the add-ons.
Yeah.
Cannot be damaged or okay. Let's
Good.
roll some dice here.
Wow.
So it's going to do 10 points of damage as this grenade sort of like comes out. So I'll now roll a to hit location.
Do we not need to know which ones are warded first?
Yeah.
I think
That's
that's
good.
what we're trying to figure out is which ones you're protecting, so that damage randomly
I
could be
thought we had
protected.
done that. I thought we had decided that there was 4 locations. That's all.
Yeah, but which floor?
Say what location.
Yeah, we need to figure out the number and then which one specifically. Because if you roll head and he says, okay, well that one's protected, then it's like,
Yeah, so
okay,
I just,
Banner.
Sorry, I just assumed
Or
that
left
he's,
leg.
sorry, I was just assuming that it's highlighted on his character sheet. In the passive block bit.
It might have been in the past, but it's not right now.
So
How do I highlight it?
you just go.
I'll just tell you right now,
directly-
it's going to be left arm, head, chest, and abdomen.
Okay. So here's my D20 roll. 7.
Abdomen.
It's protected. Abdomen, yeah.
Okay. So how big is your shield? Because we now go on parrying rules, don't we?
Yep.
So
Um,
is your shield huge?
Yeah, I think it's huge only because that's how I was able to get my damage modifier, or not my damage in general higher.
Okay,
So it's
yeah.
large. Sorry, no, it's
Large.
huge. Sorry, Liberty Shield.
Huge
My,
or large?
my fists are large. My shield should be huge.
I thought awesome. But it seems to have come up at 0. Right. Now, I hadn't thought of any damage coming through the portal, but Rabbit, you see that this grenade launcher is popped off, and Banner whacks up his shield, and it sort of like hits the shield, and there's sort of like a blast of damage, and some of it, because it's still going round the shield, is coming back into the portal. So yeah, what would you like to do, Rabbit? You can only take a reactive action or a free action. Either or is fine. Can't hear anything.
Oh, sorry, I was muted.
It's like a rabbit in headlights then.
Yeah.
I was just mumbling to myself, I have something that can actually help here, enhance reactions, and then I realized I just don't go prone when I evade. So I'm going to evade and avoid going prone.
Nice.
If that's possible.
Yeah. So you can evade. That's all.
If I can, ideally I would be like trying to evade forward, if that ever makes sense. Like if I dodge and roll forward and get to my feet, that would be the goal. But if not, then I just go to the side.
Banner's in front of you in any case, so you can't go forward. You'll probably go off to one side, still at this end of the portal. So you're still
That's
at Misty's end of the portal. So it's sort of like you notice that the grenade hits Banner's shield, and it sort of like cascades around. He's head down by his shield, and all the damage seems to go round him, and then you sort of like dive out the way. And Misty doesn't come as close up to you. It just sort of like comes into your room. It maybe destroys a chair or something like that, or maybe a coffee table.
That's my rise recliner.
Okay, Banner, what you do notice is, can you see on the actual concrete those black lines?
Yeah.
So it looks like the bridge has had some kind of damage to it. These are black lines coming out of the across the. There's cracks in
Cracks,
the,
yeah.
the
Okay.
yeah in the cement. You also, Banner, you also hear over on this side some screams and yells as people dive for cover as this grenade launcher goes off, and you block it with your shield, and you hear somebody in the back shout, "Go, Banner!" like that as it dissipates. Okay, so let's now have some. Just 1 second. Get rid of that.
Initiative.
Yeah, just 1 second, and then I will be ready. Yeah. Okay. So can everybody make sure you click on your tokens and roll?
Well, I got a bad roll.
Oh my god.
Wow.
You're in slow motion.
But that's another thing. Ooh, not bad for Banner. Pretty cool.
Okay, let me move people around.
I say that, and like everyone else is like significant.
You're sure and steadfast, Banner. That's what you are. Okay then.
This portal that Astro uses, if people don't go through it straight away, it goes. I can't. It's not something that I can hold indefinitely.
Got it.
So if everybody doesn't go through,
But we're talking this is a turn, isn't it? This. So you start the portal, and then we do it in like initiative order. We go through until you're holding your initiative, and then you go through last, don't you?
I don't know. I don't know how it's.
Because otherwise you won't be able to get through, because if you open it, then it tells you straight away.
Yeah. So I go through as a move action.
So you're literally delaying your move action while we go through on the same turn. That's my understanding. Or maybe I'm wrong. Sorry.
I just know that it's not something that sort of like. My understanding was that everybody would be ready to go through, and then I would create the portal for me to step through it. But before I did that, everybody else would sort of like quickly dive through it, and then I would step through it.
So, Astro, what are you? Are you saying that the portal is now closed, or it's still open so Rabbit can go through it? I think that's what we need to know, isn't it?
Well, it depends on how you interpret the.
I'm more than happy, rather than me being responsible for the interpretation. They're just rules, so I think the best thing to do in these situations is that we make a decision now, rather than slowing up the action to debate it. We make a decision now, and then we can chat about it later and decide what to do.
Okay, so we'll make a decision that everybody goes through, but I would go to the bottom of the turn order.
Okay, so
before I step through.
Right, so we'll take 10 off your initiative then, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Okay then, so we're still back with you, Rabbit. Of course, you can move through friendly tokens, Rabbit, and there is enough space beyond that friendly token to carry on moving. So and you're not prone because you've got your superpower, haven't you? That means that you're not prone. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Yeah. So what would
I'm not sure if I can do this, but I would like to have I'd like to quick move and equip my quarterstaff to potentially use my speed charge attack on whatever's beyond this portal.
So if you're moving and drawing your weapon, then that's a standard athletics check. And make it so you don't drop it.
Absolutely. Here is that. I'll use a point of luck to re-roll it. Please.
Hey!
He did nudge it.
Better.
He did nudge it. Yeah, so you sort of like head off through the through the portal, and as you do, you sort of like reach around, go as your staff goes, and then so is the aim to come to this guy here?
Yeah, I was hoping to use my speed charge attack to make it so that move action is it's flying into him.
Flying into it, so you'll use 2 of your power points up.
Correct.
And speed up to him. So just as the blast is finishing off, you sort of like start through flash stars, go with your staff, and then you appear, and then there's nobody there, and he's just sort of like lifting his grenade launcher, and you appear before him and do what?
This is my fast and furious attack. He can defend against it, but it's 1 grade harder.
Oh, beautiful. And if you reverse that.
Yeah, I used a point of luck on my athletics. Am I able to use a point of luck here as well?
Yes, because it's a different roll.
Then I would love to make that a critical.
Brilliant. So that would be So he gets a defense, doesn't he?
But at 1 grade harder.
Yeah.
Because I'm so fast.
So super duper fast.
I swear, if he gets a critical.
This is that. So he succeeds, but
Actually, he does, I think.
you will have so you will have 1 special. Oh no, he hasn't. He doesn't succeed. Oh,
Yeah.
hang on a minute, because I'm going to start getting luck points, aren't I? Oh no, sorry, ignore that. I know where that's coming in. That's not at this
For the
part.
super villains.
That's not at this point at the moment. So yes, you'll have 2 specials on him as you come through the portal and you whack him.
I would like to do, for my critical, I'd like to do maximum damage, and for my other one, I'd like to do disarm. No. I think I'd like to do disarm and trip.
Okay.
So I'll do my hit location and damage. Hit location is in his left arm. 17, unless he's got a different body.
No, he's got exactly the same body. Well, not the same body as you, but
and here,
But he's left-handed, so it's going to affect him.
3 damage to his left arm.
3 damage to his left arm. Okay, so
And then you
hang on.
you have to save against. Oh, sorry.
He's wearing some kind of armor jacket. On left arm, you said, yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So he has some kind of armor jacket on that side, which takes. You did 3 points, yeah.
Correct.
And is this the disarm one?
Disarm and trip is what I decided on.
Yeah, so the disarm one, I need to roll my combat style against your original roll.
Against my 2, correct?
Yeah, so he fails that. So my weapon is flung an equal distance to your damage modifier.
He drops it.
Okay. He drops that to the floor. Yep. And then you whack him, so he must make an opposed roll of brawn, evade, or acrobatics to your original roll. So he's going to use his brawn, which is his best one. So this was a 2. He needed a critical for that, so he then falls prone on the ground. Boom. There he is, and he's also disarmed.
Can I use a free action to say
yeah.
something?
Yeah, by all means.
Set it up for you, Banner. That's all.
So, Sophia, you are next up.
Yeah, I'm going through. As I'm going through, there's a few expletives and a next time behind the bad guys. So as I come through, I'm going to activate my shield. So I've got 5 passive block places I've marked on my armor locations.
Nice. Yeah.
I've deducted my points already. So again, this mist just envelops me, and you'll see it around my head, my abdomen, my left arm, and my left leg. So it's like covering that whole left side of me, which is a bit of a giveaway for the bad guys, but you know. Then there's nothing else I can do, but I'm just literally coming through, and I'll set up to the right of Banner.
Nice. Banner.
Banner is, if Rabbit allows, Banner's going to use a shield and slam the guy to the truck behind him, or the van behind him.
Okay, so you're going to have to use a quick move for that, and you're going to have to move to because obviously Rabbit's in the way.
Got it.
There. So that would be. Oh wow! Hang on. Don't panic. The distance is wrong on the map. It's correct. So that'll be 1 meter to there, 1 meter to there. So it's about 3 meters away. So quick movement is 1/3 of your movement if you wish to attack. What's your normal?
Movement is 6.
So 1/3 would be 2 meters. So you'll be able to get to. You can get to there and give him a shove. That's absolutely.
All right, I'm gonna hit him with my shield, my very angry, slightly burnt shield. Yeah, you go. I'll do attack first, and then go from there.
Is it 1 step easier because the target is tripped? Or am I? I'll look it up. I don't actually
Those
remember.
pesky rules. Yeah.
This is where Banner throws his back out. He's got stoop low.
If it's 1 step easier, it's gonna make it a lot of funner.
I know that if I'm prone and attacking, I'm formidable. No, it works around that way. Okay, so you're going to attack, and unless it's easy, then you're going to have a crit, but you're going to have a 1 special. Oh, are you there, Miss Pickle?
Yeah, I'm rapidly turning pages. Just trying to figure out what prone does.
Do we have a book reading montage we can play? For the book reading music?
Yeah, make it very strongly the 80s, like we're in a library. Push it to the
We're trying to
limit.
figure out how to defeat the enemy using our library
I
skill.
think the close
Do the
combat
prone
situation
montage.
modifiers go the other way. So attacking a defenseless target is automatic, but not. So defenseless doesn't mean unarmed. It just means he's putting up, if they're putting up no defense at
Like
all.
unconscious.
Yeah. Defending while on lower ground is hard. Okay, and then things like fighting when prone is formidable. So I have to roll a formidable on my defense, but the attacker's attack is just as normal. That's how
Got it.
I've always seen it that it's the defender that gets harder because I'm on my knees.
Yep, that is
Okay.
what is correct in Pierce.
It's strange because, like in D&D and Pathfinder, I think it is. It's actually harder to hit something when they're prone.
Yeah. So
You feel so
yeah.
bad about it.
Well, I've heard that with like ranged weapons because they have a lower profile. You're like
Yeah.
shooting at somebody that's prone, it's harder.
Yeah, exactly.
But with melee, I would assume it's either the same or easier. But the rules here definitely say it's the defender that takes the penalty.
Yeah, so he can only defend with his unarmed attack at this point, and he fails his. So yeah, so you'll have a special hit location and some damage from.
So my special is I'm going to aim for the head.
Okay, yeah.
and then yeah.
Swing a brick at his head, see what happens.
Okay, so his size is 10, which means your damage before any armor is reduced is greater than his size. So he will be knocked back 1 meter per 5 points of damage.
So only 3 meters there. It's not that bad.
Yeah, so he's just sort of like whacks in. So he'll probably come back this way and sort of like crumble onto the central reservation, and he just sort of like is out cold now. He's out of it, and we're about to finish for the night, and we can pick this up next time. But we just got their actions. Okay, so you notice 2 things, everybody on the front line at the moment. Astro will do your turn just after the underlings have done theirs, and then we've finished everybody's. So you notice as this person flies out of the way, you notice, Rabbit, that there's a guy in the front of the truck. And as this guy gets knocked back and flies away, you notice that this guy, it had it drawn already and just levels out of the window what appears to be a machine pistol. He also has a maniac grin on his face with 1 missing tooth and a gold tooth. At the same time, you also
That's good dental for criminals.
see coming round the side of the back. So this one is in the truck. This one is sort of like has come out the back doors and is leveling the machine pistol to you. It looks like he's got cover as well from where he is. And Misty, Banner, and Rabbit, can you make a perception check? Okay? And then Astro, we need to know what your action.
I'm going to re-roll mine.
Oh, this is good for my bad penny move.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Nice. Okay then. Misty and just to start off with, just Misty. You hear a door slammed shut. Okay, so you figure it's probably one of the doors on the opposite side of the van. Rabbit, you hear this as well, but you also hear something being loaded. Okay, it's quite a heavy clip, and you figure it might be a grenade launcher that you just disarmed that other guy with. Neither of you can see the person, but Misty, you hear the door slam, and you, Rabbit, you hear that, but with your critical success, you also hear the loading of what you think is another thing. And
Do I hear another door open?
you hear a door slam shut.
Yeah, but when one door slams shut, another door opens, doesn't it?
And Astro, what would you like to do? And we're done.
So Astro
they're not
will-
shooting.
They're moving on their turn.
Gotcha.
So Astro will step through the portal and take in the scene, and then whichever one of these two looks the biggest threat, probably the one that's leveling a machine gun.
You
off
can't
that.
see that
All right.
because you've got Banner and Rabbit blocking.
All right.
you.
Sorry, I didn't
And-
realise that they'd blocked.
Yeah, and he's inside the car.
Okay, so I can't see anybody.
You what? So if
Okay,
you
so
think
that's the end of my that's the end of my turn.
Okay then, no worries. Okay then, we will leave it there, and we will pick it up in round 1, turn 2. Next, got one guy down, ready, and we got some heavy fire possibly coming in the way of the heroes. So we will see what happens next week at this point. So yeah, thank you so much for coming along and watching the stream. We really do appreciate it. Let me just quickly go around everybody to see whether or not they have anything that they want to say. Mr. Pickles first.
Still got the podcast. Still trying to sit down and record Ghostbusters episode. It's going to happen this week, or we will just die. We wanted to release that episode in October, and here we are. Anyways, and I took that personally on Spotify and Apple Podcasts.
Nice. And Medvac.
Sunday nights, well, all these are from 7:30. So Sunday nights, Celestar, 5-player playthrough, and Monday nights is Deadlands Reloaded. Sorry.
There's a huge pause there.
I know, sorry, I was in between a yawn. And Thursdays is our Pathfinder Abomination Force from 7:30.
Nice. Chugglewugger, is there anything that you like?
There is not. No, thank you.
And Captain Kangaroo.
But that's all we have time for tonight.
I actually remember. Yeah, tomorrow.
Nothing
keep
political,
an eye
please.
out. I'm gonna. Oh, it's just I actually gonna do a lot of just mild crime, just a little bit of mild crime. I'm gonna scream it live, because now that we found out, say like last Tuesday, that it's actually there's no repercussions for being a criminal anymore. At least on a professional level. I'm just gonna see what I can do, and also apply to be a CEO of a major company with that background. I'm gonna call the session. I'm gonna call it "Wrecking Myself Before I Checking Myself." So keep an eye out for that.
Sounds excellent. Okay, I will be back tomorrow at 12 o'clock after I've been down to see my mom, and we'll be playing some more Elder Scrolls Online. Then tomorrow evening about 6 o'clock, we'll be diving into Guild Wars 2 and working our way towards our Griffin and our Sky Scale Mount, and getting mastery. So thank you so much for coming along and watching. Please make sure that if you want to see all the past encounters and episodes that we've had with both fantasy, sci-fi, and superhero, then you can find all that on my YouTube channel, as well as RPG videos about the rules about Mythras, but also about GMing games as well. So thank you for your support. Until next time, it's goodbye from me. And it's goodbye from them.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Oh.